At half-time in the minor hurling semi-final between Kilkenny and Galway. Kilkenny, of course, leading 3-9 to 10 points. Cyril Farrell, Tomás McCahey and Gerlach Nan here in our Croke Park studio. Tomás, from a neutral point of view, Galway, I'm sure, would like if it was a bit tighter at this stage, but a high-scoring first half.
Very high scoring for a minor game. I mean, to be scoring 3-9 at half time, it's great scoring. And Cyril mentioned they did miss maybe 2 goal scoring opportunities as well, right? That could have increased that scoring rate. But every one of their 6 forwards have scored, Michael, Kilkenny. And, and I mean, we're talking about their development squads and how they're bringing youngsters through. And I mean, it's a joy to watch. I mean, a great day for hurling, fantastic side. Lovely atmosphere in the ground and stuff like that as well, and that's where you love to play the game itself, but it's everything about their first touch. And the most important thing again, and John mentioned this about their senior players, has been we have to win ball off the air, their puck outs, and it's all about taking the right options. When they get the runners running, when the breaking ball is there and they get through the gap, somebody has to come to take the man with the ball, and suddenly there's a little pop pass inside and bang, the rest is history, goals.
Galway were getting some nice scores early on, Joe, but the only problem from a Galway point of view is when they get a couple of points, Kilkenny came back and then hit them with 2 goals early on.
Well, that was the thing, like every time Kilkenny got a goal at the start, open up a bit of a gap, Galway get points to close the gap again, and just when they're coming back into the game, the ball is inside the net. Now, of course, it's typical Kilkenny hurling, great craft, get the ball into the man in space and go for goal all the time. Kilkenny, whatever age they are, whether they're minor or you want to see that, they always have this obsession with going for the goal and burying the opposition. Now, their work rate around the middle of the field and their ability to take on the man, this is the good thing here. They're all running at the man and prepare to take the tackle, find the man in space. It looks so simple, beat the man, but I must say some of those goals are easy goals there. The tackling of the man in possession is very, very poor. When the ball comes into the man in possession,
it is very good team play, though.
It's beautiful team play.
Great team play to get the man inside in a better position. Don't throw it up and be hooped. Give him the ball.
And
that's brilliant team play.
And all that comes from what you said, Tomás, the development squads. These have been together since they were under 14. They know each other so well. They know each other's play so well, and they have that craft, that support play, their understanding among each other. It is a joy to watch. And like the score at the moment is, you often see that at the very end of the game, even at half time. There's great scores on both sides.
To come back to a point we were making just before the break there, Cyril, Shane Maloney's absence in the second half, we gather he's got a bit of an injury, but he got a couple of lovely points, one from play and a long range point as well. And Galway are going to miss this in the second half.
He's a very good player and he's very, very accurate. Like, he actually kept Galway in, like, here he's been closed down by the Kilkenny backs, still gets away free and gets it over his left shoulder. It's a great score. And like, this guy won't miss frees or even line balls. He kept him in the game with these. Like that, the defender did nothing wrong and yet he scored. He's the one Galway forward was getting free. Now, there wasn't that much ball going in there. Now, here he is, like, back in his own 65, taking a long range free. And for a long time, that's a great score, Michael. He kept Galway in the game. But as the boy said, Galway were getting the points and then Kilkenny go down and get a goal. Like, this for a young fella, like Jared said to me, for a young guy, I said, but he's very good at them and he's natural. Now, he's a loss. He must be injured because otherwise he wouldn't be taken off. Now, young Jerry Dunne that came on is good as well, but I thought he would be coming on, but not from Maloney.
To emphasise again the importance of the goals for Kilkenny, of course, Tomás, is like Maloney got those couple of points and put Galway sort of back in touch again, and then John Power strikes.
Watch the ball that's breaking out here, Michael. I mean, it's a ball that's inside, and again, look, it's clear, but it's a breaking ball, and suddenly the gap is opening up and stuff like that. And we mentioned before, maybe there wasn't the household club names as the Ballyhales and stuff like that, but when I suppose when you have a Padraig Walsh and you have a John Power and the Carrick Shocks and the Tullerone, right? I mean, the conveyor belt is still very, very good, and it's like, I mean, we've seen that in the past. So many of the former players, brothers, whatever, sons and the whole lot, they're keeping the tradition alive.
But do you know what's contributing an awful lot to that, though, is a desperate tactical blunder by Galway. They took that corner forward, Neil Carey, out to the middle of the field, right, and left the corner back completely loose. Now, as a result, Kilkenny withdrew one of their forwards out to mark him. Now, so that when Kilkenny get the ball in the middle of the field, they're going to run it. And it's from running from the middle of the field that they're getting all the goals. And Galway are delivering long ball into the full forward line. Cornerback is in front of the full back, and he's mopping up. Now, they have rectified it in the last 5 minutes. They have brought Carey back in again. But he was a crazy, that tactic. You'll never drag Kilkenny away from their positions, and it's a crazy tactic.
We'll have to see what happens in the second half. Now, for the moment, let's turn our attention to the senior semi-final coming up later on. Now, that, of course, is the game between Kilkenny and Cork. And looking ahead to that game right now is Marty Morrissey. He is down pitch side, where he is joined by former Cork manager John Allen and also the former Kilkenny manager Kevin Fennelly.
Thank you very much, Michael. Yes, the build-up has started nicely for this All-Ireland semi-final, and already news from the Cork dressing room that Cian McCarthy, son of the legendary Teddy McCarthy, will start instead of Michael Cusson, and Shane Murphy will be in instead of Shane O'Neill. I'm joined, as you mentioned, by John Allen and Kevin Fennelly. What do you think of those changes in the Cork lineup?
Well, I presume that Shane O'Neill's change was enforced, that he is injured and he hasn't got over his hamstring injury. He's going to be a huge loss because he's a very, very good cornerback. Michael Cusson, I'm not sure whether he's injured or not, and it's a huge ask to ask somebody to start his first championship game against that famous Kilkenny backline.
Kevin Fennelly, there's a lot of doubt about Brian Hogan. The word is he's going to start, but what is the word on the streets of Kilkenny?
Yeah, I believe that he's very doubtful. And I was telling my brother Liam there before the game, Marty, or just before the minor game, and he said that he wasn't starting. But if he's not, it looks like maybe James Ryle or Paddy Hogan were the obvious ones to slot in. But then you have any one of from 17 to 23, Brian could play, and they'd be all very capable. So we'll have to wait and see, Marty.
What's the feeling in Kilkenny? Because the 4 in a row was a great achievement. Is there pressure on this Kilkenny team to do the 5 in a row?
I don't think there was any more pressure on him this year than last year, Marty. I think last year was massive pressure because everyone spoke about the 4 in a row. There's not as much talk about it in Kilkenny this year. In actual fact, there's very little talk about it, and I'd worry a small bit that maybe we're not hyped up enough this year, Marty.
Really? Well, that's unusual for Kilkenny. John Allen, you're in an All-Ireland semi-final without, apart from the game against Tipperary, not playing that well, really.
No, and we're talking about clutching at straws, really. People on the street are saying, well, it is Cork and Kilkenny. Cork have beaten Kilkenny on occasions before when they were underdogs. But really, all the odds stack up on Kilkenny's side, the form of the team, the strength of their bench, the way they've played this year. So really, we would be clutching at straws, but we're a terrible optimist, Marty.
Well, we look forward to a great game. Kevin Fennelly and John Allen, thank you both for joining us. By the way, the referee are using a new radio mic that was used at the World Cup in South Africa. We'll see if it'll make a change. Let's go back to our match commentator for the minor game, Micheál O'Shea.
Gurmahagat Marty agus Kim Govil Sean Morrissey Edwin Khoma Galib Nilisagum Keta Mehe Nishimi Div Tosahi Kilkenny Fat Chess Goral Gadisa Truro Galib Masnadas North Goral agus well Big Galib Soil Le Aharu Hor Eden Skilson agus Dolum Gurbe Paul Hoban Beder Tamehe agus Sean Morrissey istig in áit. Mar sin 3 aharú on Emir on Widden a Hosnig I Galib Ronald.
Agus an Coilungta no Shane Maloney on Scorali is fair because so Kigador